Hello, and welcome to today's Vinyasa flow into yoga with me, Tonya. So happy to have you here today. Today our theme will be all is calm. And for today's class, you'll need a strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, no worries. You can always use a belt or a scarf or something that you can bind with and get all stretchy. And if you have a couple of yoga blocks, that would be great. And a bolster. If you don't have these items, pillows or folded blankets will work perfectly. So we are going to get started, and we're going to start today in an easy seated position. Also know you can always sit in a piece of furniture, a chair. I'm going to place blocks underneath my knees. Just to add a little bit of support. I'm just having a little bit of joint issue. It's actually my left side, but it's affecting my right. So I don't really know if I can bend that without there being discomfort. So just know that if you need to modify at any time for any sort of pain, you should go ahead and do that. So you're in a seated position. I'm sitting on my bolster. I have blocks supporting me. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And you're just going to bring your palms to wherever feels comfortable to allow them to rest. Close your eyes and take a deep, full in breath in, fill up, expand. And then a smooth, easy exhale. Again, deep, full in breath in, filling up, expanding in all directions, the torso, the lungs. And exhale, releasing. One more, just like that, deep, full in breath into the belly, ribs, and chest, filling up, expanding. And then when you're ready, you're just going to exhale, release, soften the body. Just allowing the breath to be organic, finding the bliss of being. Allowing space to be calm within. All is calm within you. Noticing the waves or the rhythm of your breath. Even if you can feel the sensations of that movement, that flow of your breath. Allowing your jaw and shoulders, maybe even your forehead to relax, to release. Noticing your eye sockets. Maybe feeling where your body is grounded to the earth. Grounding your sit bones, lengthening through the spine, through the crown of the head. Connecting to calm within. Experiencing the bliss of being. few more breaths here. Just giving yourself this time and space to anchor and connect to the breath and to the bliss of being. Good, just bringing your palms to your thighs. We're just going to begin to do these circles with the spine. Maybe blink the eyes open, but keep your gaze gentle. Breathing. And then reversing and going in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center. Again, grounding in the sit bones, lengthening through the spine, crown of the head, keeping the chin neutral. Take a deep full in breath in. Stay for the exhale, let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Good, and then we're just going to gently twist to the right. So left palm can come to your right knee. Right palm comes behind you. Planting the palm or the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. But keep your chin centered on your breastbone here. And then exhale, gently twist the thoracic spine between your ribs. Take a deep full in breath in. And then as you exhale, just gently twist to the left. Grounding and lengthening, inhale. And then as you exhale, gently twist in the thoracic spine. This time, just keeping just for the purposes here, just keep your chin even with your breastbone. Take a deep full in breath in. And then as you exhale, come back to center, plant the right palm down, reach those left fingertips up and over to the right. Really ground and lengthen. Inhale through center, planting the left palm down, reaching those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then as you exhale, reach to the left. Good. Inhale through center and then exhale, reach to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center and then exhale, gently twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently twist. Inhale through center and then exhale to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently twist. Inhale back to center. I'm gonna make a palm with the right fist. You should do that too. Then wrap your left palm fingers over it. Elbows are out to the side. You're lengthening. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring that right elbow to the right side of the body. Inhale through center. And then coming to the left. Over exaggerating this movement, just a little spinal rotation here. Breathing deeply. Staying with the exhale. A couple more breaths, couple more movements. And then come back to center. Just begin to do some shoulder rotations here. And then reverse, go in the opposite direction. Good. So again, ground your sit bones, lengthen through the spine. Shoulders move away from the ears. And then exhale your chin to your chest. And then right ear, right shoulder. Deep, full in breath. Exhale, chin to chest. And then inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. And then right ear, right shoulder. You can stay here exactly where you're at, or you can bring this right palm to the top of the head, and you're just gently placing it there. You're not pulling or tugging. And then if you want, you can reach these left fingertips away from the body. You're going to exhale, release, bring your palms, move your palms first, and then your head comes to the chest, and then left ear, left shoulder. Again, you can stay here or bring this left palm up to the top of the head. And I'm just gently placing it there. I'm not adding any additional movements. Right fingertips can move away or reach away from the body. Deep, full in breath. Staying for the exhale. Again, another deep, full in breath. And then as you exhale, you're just going to move your arms, your hands back to center, chin to chest. And then just if you want, you can add just a little bit of movement here from side to side, whatever that looks like to you. Being gentle with the neck. Good. And so we're going to come up to tabletop next. So take a moment and move your props away from your body, out of your space here. So knees are hip width apart, big starfish hands, and your spine is neutral. Your gaze is neutral. On your inhale, drop your belly, heart and gaze move forward to cow. And then as you exhale, press the mat away, reach the spine, arch the spine rather, towards the ceiling. Head is heavy. Inhale, heart and gaze move forward. And then exhale, just rounding your spine, pressing the mat away. One more in. Held to cow. Exhale, cat. Coming to a neutral spine, and then just shifting your hips back towards child's pose. They keep the head and chest lifted, just this child pose variation. Really reaching through the fingertips. I kind of like to just press the palms or the heels of my hands into the mat and push my hips back towards the heels. And then rounding through the spine, coming to tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, heart and gaze move forward, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cat. And press your hips back into this child pose variation with the head and chest lifted. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, in table. Inhale, drop the belly, heart and gaze move forward. And then exhale, round the spine, press the mat away as you press your hips back into child's pose. Good. And then you're just going to lift back up into your child's pose. Walk the palms towards the top of the mat. Forehead moves towards the mat. We're just coming to puppy pose. So hips are stacking over your knees. Taking a deep, full in breath. Smooth, easy exhale. Again, deep, full in breath. Feeling up, expanding. And a complete exhale. Good, and just pressing yourself up into table. And shift your hips back to child's pose. Good, inhale, lifting up to table. This time we're gonna lift all the way up into camel pose. Palms come to your sacrum, fingers are pointing towards the mat. Elbows hug in, lifting the breastbone up towards the ceiling, but keeping the chin tucked. Then exhale, plant the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. In your down dog, take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Drop to your knees, drop your belly cow, and round the spine, shift back to child's pose. Inhale, lifting up to table, then lift up into camel, bring your palms to your sacrum, fingers are pointing towards the mat, elbows are hugging in, lift that breastbone up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, planting the palms to the mat, tucking your toes, lifting your hips to your down dog. Exhale. Good. From here, you're going to take a deep, full in breath in. Stay for the exhale. Bend your knees, look to the top of the mat. Walk or step between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, forward fold. Big bend in the knees, belly to thighs, head is heavy. Coming into a rag doll. So maybe you grab opposite elbows or forearms or wrists. Maybe you let your arms dangle, be heavy. Head is heavy. Really good to release the low back. And then you're just going to inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms and head are heavy here. They're the last to lift. The head is the last to lift. Gaze is neutral. Coming into Mountain Tadasana. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach the palms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers and make a pistol mudra. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the palms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Lift the breastbone up towards the ceiling. Keep the chin tucked. And then exhale to a forward fold, belly to thighs. Bending in to your knees, coming up into chair, shifting the weight back towards the heels. Exhale, bring your palms to prayer at your heart. So take a moment here, just really finding the four corners of the feet, shifting the weight back, and you're reaching that tailbone back behind you. Imagine you're reaching that tailbone back for a chair. Keeping the head as an extension of the spine. You're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist to the left. So you may just want to keep your twist up here, or bring that elbow, that right elbow to the outside edge of your left thigh. Peek down, your knees are even. And again, you're still reaching that tailbone back behind you. Good, inhale, lifting up into chair. And then exhale, twisting to the right. Finding your variation here with the arms and the torso that feels best for you. Knees are even. Maybe reaching that tailbone back behind you. And then exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Walk or step back to your plank. Drop to the knees, the chin, chest, and belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders, gazes down your nose. And you're just gonna lift your feet. And then maybe just begin to flutter the feet. Avoiding this if there's any pain in your lower back here. And you're just gonna tuck your toes, press through table, and shift back to child's pose. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. And connecting to the calm within. Connecting to the bliss of being. Inhale, just round through your spine. Tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Bend your knees, lift to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into extended mountain. Interlace the fingers, make a pistol mudra. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the palms behind the back. Interlace the fingers, lift the breastbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale to forward fold, belly to thighs. Bending into the knees, lifting up into chair. Let's take a moment here, really find the foundations of your chair, and then bring your palms to your heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Knees are even. Really press the palms into one another to stack your shoulders. Inhale, lifting up into chair. Exhale, twisting to the right. Good. Inhale to chair. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, walk or step back to your plank. Drop to the knees, the chin, chest, and belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders, and maybe the feet. Again, if you want to flutter the feet, go ahead and do that. Tucking your toes, pressing your table to child's pose. Maybe bringing your palms to prayer and bringing the thumbs behind you, resting the thumbs on the back of your neck. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Connecting to the calm within. All is calm. All is bliss. Moving the arms forward, just rounding through the spine. Tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. In your down dog, take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Bend your knees, look to the top of the mat. Walk or step between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into extended mountain. Interlace the fingers, make a pistol mudra. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, let the arms float behind the back. Interlace the fingers, lift the breastbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale to a forward fold. Big bend in the knees. Inhale, lifting up into chair. Exhale, palms to your heart. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale to the right. Inhale to chair. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, walk or step back to your plank. Drop to the knees, chin, chest, belly. And inhale, lifting up into your locust. Maybe this time you want to reach the palms behind you. Maybe you want to interlace the fingers behind your lower back. And then exhale, plant the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, and press to child's pose. Option for prayer hands behind your neck. Taking a deep, full in breath. Exhale, release. Connecting and anchoring to the calm within. All is calm. All is bliss. Lifting the arms forward, lifting up to table, tuck your toes, lift your hips to your down dog. In your down dog, take a deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Good. Step the left foot forward and drop the right knee down. So this is a good place for your blocks if you have them. If not, don't worry about it. We're just going to shift forward and back so your hand can be on blocks or they can be on the mat. Shifting back and forth here. Breathing deeply and fully. Good. And then just coming into your low lunge. So we're just going to let your hips and thigh, your hip flexor, your right thigh, hip flexor, just going to hammock towards the mat. So begin to add or continue to add some movement here that feels good to your joints or the soft tissues. And you're going to take a deep, full in breath and exhale, just begin to settle in. Good. And then we're just going to shift back to half splits. So you're shifting this right hip back over your right knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, just begin to hinge at the hips and forward fold here. So keep the spine erect, a nice tabletop spine here. The head is an extension of the spine. So I'm not dropping my chin or looking up at the ceiling. Shoulders move away from the ears. You can also add a little bit of movement here if that feels good to this left hamstring. You can gently bend and then straighten the knee. Eventually wanting to find just a little bit of stillness here. Good, and bending into the left knee, planting the right palm to a block or the mat. Let's go ahead and bring this left palm to your upper thigh here. And you're just going to gently press in the thigh away from the body. So you're just pressing onto the knife edge of your foot, but avoid pressing on the knee. So your hands up here on the thigh, and you're just gently pressing it away. Stacking your shoulders. Breathing. Good, and then just go ahead and plant the foot to the mat, step that left knee back to table, shift the hips back to child's pose, take a deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. And then round through the spine to tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips down dog. Deep full in breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, step your right foot forward and drop the left knee down. So coming into this low lunge, we're just gonna add just a little bit of movement here. This first low lunge. And this movement can be just little movement, or it can be a bigger movement like I'm doing. The choice is yours. There's no right or wrong. Just focusing on your breath, connecting to your inner calm, connecting to your inner bliss, the bliss of being, the calm within. It's there. You just have to connect to it. Breathing deeply. And then just settling into this low lunge. Just letting that left hip flexor, thigh, hammock towards the mat. Again, you can add some movement here that feels good to the joints and tissues. Good, and then we're just gonna shift back into half splits. So try to get that hip over the knee. I would prefer that hip be a little bit further from the knee rather than bringing that hip all the way back towards your heel. Just add a little bit of space here. Just so we can really get into this hamstring in a more effective way. Again, if you need to add a little bit of movement, micro movement there, go ahead and do that. Also come up on blocks if you need to do that. Breathing deeply, connecting, noticing, staying with the intention of finding the bliss of being and centering yourself on your inner sense of calm. Bending into this right knee, planting the left palm to a block or the mat. Right palm comes to your inner thigh, your thigh here, and you're gently pressing that inner thigh away. So what you're doing is just externally rotating or supporting this hip and thigh as it externally rotates in the hip joints. Deep full in breath. And exhale, plant the foot to the mat. Step the knees back to table and shift your hips back to child's pose. Deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, rounding through the spine. Coming to tabletop, tucking your toes, lifting your hips down dog. Take a deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale the left leg long. Exhale, gently bend the knee and then step that left foot forward. Drop the right knee down. Inhaling into your low lunge. Just letting everything hammock towards the mat. Gravity's doing the work. And shifting back into your half splits. Keeping a nice tabletop. erect spine here. So by that, I just mean you're trying to keep that tabletop flat, keeping some integrity in the table, in your spine rather. So you're not dropping your chin down or lifting up, any straight in the neck and shoulders. If you need to go deeper in this, you just reach that leg forward. Another good place here is to bring your blocks. If you still have a little bit more movement, blocks are always a good place to add some support. Here, we're just going to bend into that left knee. Grab your strap, and hopefully it'll be long enough here. If it's not, just go with it. We're going to wrap the strap around the ball of the right foot and just pop up here once you get your bind done. If you have a strap like mine, you can always just create a loop. Loop would be very helpful here, because my strap is not as long as I need it to be. Just create a strap or a loop here and connect it to the ball of my foot. So another option here is you can reach your arm behind you. Your thumb is pointing up because your arm is externally rotated, and you're just going to bend your knee and grab onto the inner arch of that foot. So if this is hurting your knee, like it's hurting mine a little bit, know that you can place a blanket underneath it or some sort of cushion. But you're going to begin to lift this left leg up. To add a cushion. A lot of times I don't have to add a cushion, but I don't know, my joints are just bothering me here lately. I blame it on being 50. 50's been hard. So we're just going to bend into this knee. Just begin to gently, always place your palm, your left palm on a piece of furniture or wall if you need to add some stability here. We're stretching out our right thigh. Again, you can be grabbing the inner arch of that foot. I used to be able to do this. I can do this. But not right now. And you're going to exhale, gently release down. Oh, big holy. And then press or come to table. And then shift back to child's pose. Deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. And then round through the spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips down dog. In your down dog, take a deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. This time, inhale the right leg long. Exhale, gently step that right foot forward and just drop the left knee down. And then just gonna let everything hammock towards the mat, coming into a low lunge. Maybe you can add a little bit of space in your low lunge here. Add a little bit of distance between the heel and the grounded knee. Don't force anything here. It's better just to work where you're at and increase over time than trying to force anything. Don't want an injury or a tear. Or if you already have an injury or a tear, you don't want to make it worse. Shift back into your half splits. And maybe you can go a little bit deeper this time. Certainly, if full splits is in your practice, you're welcome to always just come into a full split. The block underneath your thumb. Breathing deeply, exhaling fully. Bring that leg back into your low lunge. And again, you're just going to grab your strap or your prop. Wrap the ball of the left foot. Bring the strap over your shoulder. Know you can reach behind you. Thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. Bend into that knee and then grab the inner arch of the foot. And then if it's bothering your knee, just bring a prop underneath that grounded knee. Need to cushion that knee. I'm just not forcing anything here. Especially if you're having pain issues like I am, you're just being gentle. And gravity did the work. And when you're ready, you're just going to come out of that. Move all your props out of the way. And just going to press back into your child's pose. Taking a deep full in breath. And just smooth easy exhale. Again, just connecting to your breath. Connecting to inner calm, that place that is calm within you. Grounding and connecting to your inner bliss. Breathing deeply. Feeling the sensations of the flow of breath. Press up into table rather. So stick with me here. We're going to tuck your toes. And your knees are a little bit wider than hip width. So there's some external rotation here. If you look at your knees on the mat, they're just going to make a triangle with your groin and your knees and the mat. And then you're just going to press back onto the balls of your feet, coming into a balancing toe position. So you may need to adjust here a little bit. You may need to walk the feet a little bit wider than the big toes touching. And you're going to lift up into this balancing toe variation. It's just a balancing posture here. Breathing and just noticing, connecting to your inner calm. And then from here, if you can, you're just going to press up into standing. So you can reach your arms forward if you need to. You can also place them on the mat. Press right on up. And into Tadasana. You're going to do full in breath. Smooth, easy exhale. Good. So we're going to grab our strap again. And you're going to quarter turn to the long edge of your mat. Feet are wide here. I like to point my toes to the long edge of the mat, but just know for some people they may need to have just a little bit of a angle in the toes. So taking your strap, and if it's long enough, you're going to wrap it around your wrists. Bring the strap in front of you. Inhale that strap up towards the ceiling. Maybe come into a little back bend here, lifting the breastbone up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to exhale, hinge at the hips. We're going to come into a forward fold, a wide leg forward fold. So as you begin to fold, you're shifting your weight towards the balls of the feet. What that does is just help you keep your ankles and knees and hips in alignment. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, let the head be heavy. Good. And then you're just going to firmly plant your feet into the mat. Inhale, use your core and torso to lift back up into this wide-legged stance. Going to reach to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the right. Bring that strap down towards your outer thigh. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twisting to the left. Notice my hips are staying even. They're facing the long edge of the mat. Coming back to center, do a little back bend, then exhale to a forward fold, shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, head is heavy. Finding your center, finding that inner place of calm. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Trying to keep this twist in the thoracic spine only. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Good. Inhale, reaching up. Maybe come into a little back bend. Then exhale to a forward fold. Head is heavy. Placing the strap to the side, maybe grab opposite elbows here, sway side to side. Good, and then just planting your palms to the mat, and we're just gonna come down to the mat and bend your knees, feet are planted, and we're just coming into a bridge pose, but we're just gonna let our back decompress on the mat. Gaze is neutral. Just taking a moment here, feeling the sensations of inner calm. that place of calm, of that place of being, connecting to the bliss of this moment. Good. And just hug your knees to your chest. So options here, just to hug the knees to the chest, rock side to side, or you can come into a variation of happy baby. I like to bring my arms to the inside of my thighs, place my palms on top of my ankles. You can also grab the outside edges of your feet. Peace fingers can wrap around your big toes. You can grab the backs of your thighs, rock side to side, just whatever feels comfortable here. Letting the shoulders melt towards the mats, keeping your sacrum on the mat. So if your sacrum's peeling away, just back out. Should feel good on your sacrum, your lower back. It's nice and soothing and calming to the body. Connecting to your breath. Good. And then planting the feet to the mats. Resting the palms to the mat. Externally rotate your shoulders here, making a shelf for your heart with your shoulder blades. And then you're just going to press the mat away with your feet as you lift your hips towards the ceiling. Gaze stays at the ceiling. Chin lifts away from the chest. And then just exhale, release the hips down. Stack your knees over your hips and exhale the knees to the left side of the body. So gaze can, or your chin can stay even with your breastbone, or if you want, you can look over your right shoulder. Taking a deep, full in breath. Smooth, easy exhale. Good. Inhale back to center. Plant the feet to the mat. Lift the hips up and stack your knees over your hips. Exhale the knees to the right side of the body. Deep, full in breath. Stay with the exhale. Inhaling back to center. This time, hug your knees to your chest. Maybe lift the head and shoulders, coming into a tight little ball. Then exhale, releasing into Shavasana. So there's some options here to take your pillow or your bolster, just to make it a little bit more soothing. You can bring the bolster underneath your knees. That's one option. Or you can bring the bolster and your pillow back behind you. So if you're bringing it back behind you, you want your hips to be flush against the edge of your prop. And you're just going to gently rest back onto your prop. And so wherever you're at, you're going to want this lower tailbone portion of your sacrum, of your pelvis, to be rested on the mat. So this should feel comfortable. It shouldn't feel like it's pinching or hurting your lower back at all. If it is, just remove your paw. Externally rotate your arms. Close your eyes. And let the knees rest towards one another. Soles of the feet can come together, knees wide. Take a deep, full in-breath. And a smooth, easy exhale. Shavasana. Notice. Adding some movement to the fingers and toes, maybe some rotation in the wrist and ankles. And just take a full body stretch. And then bend your knees and roll to the right side in a fetal position. When you feel ready, go ahead and press yourself up into an easy seated position, whatever is comfortable to you. Bring your palms to your heart space, bow your head. All is calm within you. All is bliss within. May there be peace in your thoughts. May there be peace in your words. May there be peace in your heart. And may you share that with all beings. Thank you so much for joining me with so much gratitude. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this calming, soothing practice. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.